Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lady Lions Girls Field Hockey. Mike Forsano along with you as the Pope John Lady Lions trail going into the second half to the Morristown Colonials 2-1. Pope John on the left side of the field as we get underway. We'll give you rosters in just a minute for the Lady Lions. Pope John with the first goal of the game. Gabriella Celentano with the tally to make it 1-0. But then it was Morristown tying the game on a penalty shot and then scoring a few minutes afterwards to make it 2-1. There's Callie Hartnett. Sends it down the field. Intercepted by number 23, Maggie Halsey. Pope John now going left to right on your screen in their blue jerseys with gold numbers, blue skirts with gold trim and blue socks. And Morristown in their white jerseys with maroon numbers and maroon skirts, and they are going right to left. Sun has come out here at Pope John High School. Intercepted there by number 11, Kendall Weiss. Now in front, Hartnett gets in front of that. Backhand turns around, the shot by Sporn. Saved by Gerald. Nice save by the senior netminder. And now that's Anna Spanstra on the side as it goes out of bounds. Let's give you the roster. Got a couple of updates for Pope John players I want to make sure I cover with you. So number 1 is Julia Zwicky. Number 2 is Taylor Struble. Number 3, Laura Sellis. Number 4, McGee Costello. 5 is Ava Cunningham. 6, Callie Hartnett. Now a couple of changes. Number 7 is Reese Van Benskoten. So I just got that as a pronunciation change, so thank you for that. Also number 8, Anna Spenstra. I thought as the last year she played lacrosse was Anna and Sponstra, but it's Anna Spenstra. It's the short A. So my apologies for both her and for Reese. But ball comes in and it's tipped home by number 8 for Morristown, Lucy Delatush. She's waiting right in front of the crease area and is able to pound that home past senior goalie Evelyn Gerald. And so now Morristown has grabbed a 3-1 lead. Approximate time of the goal, about 3 minutes into the second half here. We're just underway in the third quarter, and Morristown grabs a 2-goal lead. So now Honig back to Callie Hartnett. He'll swing away. Pass up to Celentano. Hartnett in midfield. So Reese Van Benskoten and Anna Spanstra. And those are our 2 corrections, and my apologies for that. Number 9, Vincenza Marucci. 10, Caitlin Honig. And again, if I have any others, just let me know. I'll be happy to make those changes. Kendall Weiss is number 11. Gabriella Celentano is number 12. 14 is Bryden Stellato. Pass up. Morrison went in on the other side of the field. Number 17, Maddie Stavisky. Now back to Delatush. Delatush with a goal here in the second half. It'll be Morristown possession. Delatush up top. The 25-yard line sends it in. Knocked down by Olivia Zwicky. Morristown trying to send it in on net. Good defense by Pope John. They'll go the other way. Continuing with the roster real quick for Pope John. Molly Austin, 15. Allison Bizarro is number 16. Olivia Zwicky, 17. Gianna Reali, 19. Gianna Gregorio is number 20. Brooke Fox, 22. Carlin Sainsbury, 23. Brooklyn Nunes, 24. And Samantha Amelung, 26. The goalkeeper, Evelyn Gerald, number 89. And also Delaney Hartman. Ball over the back line and out of bounds. It'll be Pope John ball. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The VP and chaplain is Father John Calabro. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. Athletic trainers Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. Pope John Security for sporting events, Ben Perez. And the head coach of the Pope John Lady Lions girls field hockey team is Kelsey Stefkovich. Ball on the side. Zwicky trying to clear. Now Celentano. And it's going to go the other way. Now number 10 for Morristown. Sapansky on the side. Cleared out of the way by Spanstra. Zwicky knocks it down. It's right in front. The shot wide left by number 19, Aaron Murphy. Austin will take it, and Pope John will start things up. Trailing 3-1 here in the third quarter. Lady Lions looking for their first victory of the season. Zwicky with the pass up. Pass twice, and it'll be Morristown ball. So Halsey will send it back to number 17, Stavisky. Tomorrow on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, boys soccer right here at the /field hockey /boys soccer all-purpose field. It'll be the boys soccer team, 3-1 on the season, as they take on Morris Knowles tomorrow here, 4 p.m. On Thursday, freshman football, as the freshman football team take on Bergen Catholic. Friday, girls volleyball against Morris Knowles, and that'll be inside the Murphy Athletic Center. And then Saturday, it'll be boys soccer on the road against Montville Township at 10 a.m. before we all head out to Bergen Catholic in Oradell to watch the varsity football team take on Bergen Catholic. That game is being broadcast on Super Football Conference Network. And on Sunday, Junior Lions football, 11U and 13/14U. 11U's 2-0. 13-14 took their first loss this past weekend. They're 1-1. Monday, JV football. We were up in Brunswick, Connecticut yesterday. Get a chance, watch the halftime special. I review pizza. There's a long story to it, so. Well, we had pizza up in Connecticut, and it was pretty good, but not what they claim. Shot goes wide, out of bounds. Pope John will take over. Connecticut was claiming that they had the best pizza in the country. I don't think that's true. And I taste tested it. At least a slice from a pizzeria in Greenwich. Morristown coming in, number 5, Sporn. The shot, save, Gerald. Good save by Evelyn Gerald. Now it comes back out. Shot rolls in toward the crease. Fight for it. Zwicky battling number 6. It's right on top of the crease. Morristown trying to put it in, and they score. Number 2. That is Nora Kornfeld. Kornfeld is able to put it into the back of the net past Gerald, and Morristown with a commanding 4-1 lead. So Pope John was able to strike first. Gabriella Celentano with the goal early in the first quarter, but it has been all Morristown since. 4-1, Colonials over the Pope John Lady Lions. So now Honig passes back to Hartnett. Underneath the stick of Stellato. Goes out of bounds. Morristown ball. Aaron Murphy will set up. Swipe. Knocked down by Celentano. Gabriella moving up the field on the near side. Trying to pass it up to Honig. Knocked down. It's going to go the other way. Pass over to number 17, Maddie Stavisky. In the far corner. Colonials have it there. Now the shot in, knocked down, a rebound. Cleared out of the way. Gerald made the initial save. Stellato in there to make sure it didn't go over the goal line. Good defense by Pope John there. So now Morristown will set up at the 25. Delatush. Pass back to Lucignani. Celentano steps in front of that. Now in front, Austin. Zawicki clears it out of the way towards the corner. Zawicki lunges at it. There's Oseki. Taken away by Celentano. This is kind of how Gabriella scored her first goal. She was charging up the far sideline, was able to beat the defense. This time, Morristown steps right in front of her. It'll be Colonial ball, sent back into Pope John territory. Ball knocked down by Weiss. Kendall Weiss sends it up the field. As Van Benskoten. Ball goes out of bounds. So now Pope John sets up. Stolen away by Morristown. At the midfield stripe. There's number 6, Lucy Glover. Sporn sends it in toward the net, knocked down by Zawicki. Humbert on her, Cora Humbert. Ball toward the corner, and the flag goes out of bounds. Pope John sets up. Zawicki sends it forward. Over to Sister Julia. Julia Zawicki on the far side. Comes back the other way. Morristown with it now. Sporn taken away by Spenstra. And now here's Zawicki. Cleared out away by Weiss. Here's Kendall Weiss with it in the near corner. The battle for it. It's picked up by Morristown. Stolen by Pope John. And it's going to go Pope John direction. And there is Celentano. Gabby Celentano into Morristown territory. Over the stick of Stellato, picked up by Weiss. Intercepted. Here come the Colonials the other way. Sporn. Now, number 8, Delatush. Zawicki with it. It's inside the crease, the 16-yard crease. Shot on goal, just on the outside of the net. Good swipe at it by number 19, Aaron Murphy, but it just went wide. Late stages of the third quarter, Morristown with a 4-1 lead on Pope John. Zawicki passes it up. Knocked down by Delatush. Sends it back the other way. Spanstra over to Van Benskoten. Now that's Fox. Fox. Picked up by Oseki. And it'll be Pope John possession. Pope John back in the Morristown side of the field. Pass over to Kendall Weiss. Weiss defended there. Turns back around, lunges the ball forward. Over to Celentano. Gabby Celentano. Right into the ankle of Murphy. She'll get it back. Now the pass. And Van Benskoten. Now Weiss. Toward the net. Pope John will set up for a corner. From the 16-yard line. This will be Pope John's first of the day. So it'll be Fox taking the ball out of bounds and passing it back. Morristown goalkeeper and 4 defenders in the goal right now. Fox starting things up. Passes it back. Comes back out of the crease. Shot comes in. Deflected wide. Good shot by Celentano, but just traveled wide of the net. And that is the end of the third quarter. With the score, Morristown leading Pope John 4-1. We'll be back after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lady Lion Girls Field Hockey. Mike Formisano along with you, calling today's game. We've reached the fourth quarter. The Morristown Colonials 4-0 on the season, looking for their 5th victory. They lead 4-1 over Pope John. Tomorrow on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, we'll have boys soccer right here on this field. The soccer team 3-1 on the season. 3 wins to open the campaign and then a loss yesterday. And so they will look to get back into win column as they take on Morris Knowles. On Thursday, the freshman football team for Pope John will take on Bergen Catholic on the football field right here at Pope John High School. 4 p.m., the start time for Pope John freshmen and Bergen Catholic. On Friday, the volleyball team will battle Morris Knowles, 4 p.m. in the Murphy Athletics Center. And that will be tape delayed and shown on the channel a couple hours afterwards. So on Saturday morning, 10 a.m., boys soccer as the soccer team takes on Montville Township at 10 a.m. And then from there, we'll head over to the football game at Bergen Catholic. Varsity football against Bergen Catholic. That game will be shown on Super Football Conference Network. And then finally on Sunday, Junior Lions football, 11U and then 13/14U. And then Monday, JV football. So there's your week coming up. Sports every day. We like it that way. A couple of weeks from now, the Hunter DeWarden Sussex tournament's on the board. Those should be very exciting. Here's Stellato. Goes over the line, and it'll be Morristown ball. Aaron Murphy with it. Pass back to Delatush. Lucy Delatush across the field. Now the ball intercepted by Pope John. Celentano ahead. Look at the break for the Morristown defense. She's got Julia Zawicki with her. Callie Hartnett. Hartnett with the lunge. Up. Celentano toward the goal. Celentano. And it's a kick ball. It'll go over to Morristown. So a good threat by Pope John, but not to be, as Morristown will set up to clear it. Pass down the field. Right in the midfield stripe. Molly Austin. Ball's kicked. It'll be Pope John possession. Hartnett swings away. Up to Zawicki. Knocked down there. Delatush with it. Goes over to Claire Lucignani. Out of bounds, Morristown will set up. Celentano and Van Benscoten. Now Morristown the other way. Up the field it goes. Julia Zawicki. Looking for room to work. She's tripped down. Kick ball. It'll go Morristown direction. Delatush with honing on her. Pass to Wiki. And there's Murphy. Sent back the other way. Over the sideline, it'll be Morristown ball. Intercepted. There's Bryden Stiletto. Pass over to Weiss. Intercepted by Delatush. And it'll be Pope John possession. Lucy Delatush with it. On the near sideline in front of us. Pass up to Glover. Lucy Glover. Now to Sporn. Elliot Sporn working in the middle of the field. Over to Delatush. Taken away by Hartnett. Sporn jumping over her. And it comes to the near side. There's Stellato. Murphy on her. Pope John possession. Now it comes back over to Morristown. Midway through the fourth quarter, Colonials holding a 4-1 lead. Morristown breaking in. This is Daly, Maeve Daly. Ball over to Zawicki. Comes in towards the net. Backhand lunge. Good save by Gerald. It's right on the goal line. And put home. Number 21, Maeve Daly with the goal for Morristown. Makes the score 5-1. Morristown would not be denied after giving up the first goal of the game to Celentano. It's been all Colonials since. (5-1) Morristown. Castellano out of bounds. And the Colonials will start up with it. Murphy with the pass back. It's all the way back to number 12, Lisignani. And he'll go the other direction. So we're in timeout here. Morristown wants to talk things over. Take a timeout as well. Late stages of the fourth quarter. Morristown commands 1 lead over Pope John. We'll be back after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Mike Formasano along with you. Calling today's game. The Pope John Lady Lions taking on the Morristown Colonials. And Morristown leading by a score of 6-1. Coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m., boys soccer. As the soccer team takes on the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles. It's at 4 p.m. Lions are 3-1 on the season. Looking to advance their record to 4-1. And then on Thursday, freshman football, the boys' freshman football team taking on the freshmen from Bergen Catholic. Crusaders coming into Pope John for that game, 4 p.m. at the football field. On Friday, 4 p.m., it'll be the girls' volleyball team against the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles, and that will be at 4 p.m. inside the Murphy Athletics Center. That'll be tape delayed, and we'll have it on for you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube a couple hours later. At 10 a.m. on Saturday, boys soccer at Montville Township. And we'll cover that game on the way to Bergen Catholic at 1 p.m. Pope John varsity football against Bergen Catholic. That'll be on Super Football Conference Network. On Sunday, Junior Lions, 11U and then 13/14U. We'll find out later this week where they're going and who they'll play against. Pop Warner will let us know. And then on Monday, JV football against Bergen Catholic here at Pope John High School. That's your schedule for the week. Coming up in a couple of weeks, the start of the Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournaments. And always a great time of year. Those 3 times of the year we have Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournaments, they are exciting. And then state tournaments, end of October, beginning of November. Wow, how the year has already started off and it's speeding along. Pope John in the Morristown side of the field, trailing 6-1 as we start underway again. Pope John getting out to a 1-0 lead. Gabriela Celentano with the goal, but after that, Morristown worked hard to get the game tied. It was a penalty shot that did so. They scored to make it 2-1, and it's been Morristown's game ever since. Colonials inbound. Ball toward the midfield stripe, sent back in by Spenstra. Good defense by Morristown, knocking the ball out of the way there. Colonials turn back the other way. There's Sporn. Elliot Sporn. Held there by Zapansky. Here's Zapansky. Pass back. There's Taylor Struble in there for Pope John. Struble, the junior for the Lady Lions, seeing some action. Now Zawicki. Passing it up. Morristown working the ball around. There's Delatush. Ball sent back to the Morristown defenders. Stellato in there. Right in front of the official scores table now. Number 18, Amelia Rockwood. Stolen by Fox. Brooke Fox with it. Right in front of the center field stripe. Taken away by Sporn. Sends it way down the field to number 10, Kira Zabansky. Zabansky in the corner. Comes back out toward the middle. Passes the Wiki. She's able to reach for it. Good play by Olivia. She whacks it down the field. Blocked there by Murphy. Out of bounds. And it will be Amelung giving it to Stellato. Bryden Stellato. Up to Fox. Goes over to Weiss. It's Kendall Weiss knocked down there by Delatush. Costello in the game for Pope John as well. McGee Costello, number 4. Steal by Pope John. As Pope John empties their bench, there's number 16, Allison Bizarro. Ball centered. Cleared out of harm's danger by Pope John. Back to Morristown. We'll send it back across the midfield line. Late stages of the fourth quarter, Morristown in control, 6-1. There's number 24 with it. Genevieve Bias. Pope John ball. Stellato. Up to Amelung. Samantha Amelung. Ball goes out of bounds. Pope John ball. And goalkeeper Evelyn Gerald running to the sideline, and she's going to get replaced by Delaney Hartman. So Hartman comes into the game for Pope John. Stellato will start with it. Here we go. Stellato. Pass back, goes over to Ava Cunningham. Knocked down there by Fox. Morristown at the midfield line. Cleared by Cunningham. Delatush sends it up. And a Spanstra after it. Costello in there to help. Now Zwicky in the corner with it. Humbert on her. Now a pass over. Genevieve Bias. Through the Pope John defense. There's Sporn. It's Sporn. Back to Murphy. 14, Humbert with it now. Now Sporn. Fox with it. Fox trying to get around Murphy. Now Bizarro. Pass over. Taken away by Delatush. Now Gregorio in there to try and steal the ball. Gianna Gregorio. Morristown sends it back up the field. There's Aaron Murphy. Ball knocked down. Cunningham with it. Sends it back to number 24, Genevieve Bias. Right in front of the Morristown bench now. Colonials coming in. On the far side, right in front, Sporn trying to break through. He's fighting Zawicki for the ball. Olivia Zawicki, Elliott Sporn. Now to Delatush, blocked down by Fox. It's loose in front, Zawicki trying to clear it. Over to Delatush. She gets back. Shot on goal, knocked down by Spanstra. And the referee orders a clear. Pope John ball. Now Zawicki will set up. Ball goes out of bounds, and Morristown will pick it up. 6-1, Colonials lead, late fourth quarter. Ball's loose on the side. Whistle. And it's going to go over to Morristown. Morristown will set up with a corner. And the referee with the whistle, his time has expired, so that is the end of the game. The Morristown Colonials defeat the Pope John Lady Lions. Final score, 6-1. Well, Gabriela Celentano scoring the lone goal for the Lady Lions, and they gave them a 1-0 lead early. And Pope John had control there for about a half a quarter, but then Morristown slowly turned the tide. They got a penalty shot goal by Mia Oseki. And then Elliott Sporn scored to make it 2-1, and Morristown started to pull away from there. They were able to build the lead in the second half, and your final score, 6-1, Morristown over Pope John. With the win, Colonials go to 5-0. Pope John falls to 0-5. Please be sure to join us tomorrow here at this field, 4 p.m. for boys soccer. Varsity soccer team 3-1 after losing on Monday. They will look to get back in the win column as they take on the Morris Knowles Golden Eagles. 4 p.m. tomorrow here at Pope John High School. 4 p.m. on Thursday, the boys' freshman football team taking on the freshmen from Bergen Catholic. The Crusaders coming into Pope John for that tilt. At 4 p.m. on Friday from the Murphy Athletic Center, it'll be the Pope John girls volleyball team against Morris Knowles. That'll be a tape delay, and we'll have it on the channel for you a couple of hours after the contest. On Saturday morning, 10 a.m., it'll be boys soccer as they will take on Montville Township on the road, and we will catch that game right before heading up to Oradell to see the varsity football team against Bergen Catholic. That game will be on Super Football Conference Network. On Sunday, Junior Lions football, 11U and 13/14U. And we'll find out the time and the opponent and location later in the week from Pop Warner. We'll let you know later this week where we're going for those games. Finally, next Monday, JV football. They don't have to go up to Brunswick, Connecticut this week. They get to stay home against Bergen Catholic. 4 p.m. on Monday, JV football right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. So, for everyone here at Pope John High School, it's Mike Formisano saying thanks for joining us. Final score once again. The Morristown Colonials defeat the Pope John Lady Lions by a score of 6-1. Have a good afternoon, and we will see you tomorrow for boys soccer right here at Pope John High School on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Have a good night.